What is it about the Jodi Arias case that kept people so riveted? And in part, it's this mousy little woman who committed one of the most heinous murders that ever came before the national eye.
You left out one thing which is obvious, and maybe you intentionally did it, but Americans like pretty packages, okay? If she wasn't pretty, and I put that in quotations, I mean, it's not how I feel, but there is some type of objective, in Hollywood, what people look for. People found that she was attractive. And if she wasn't and she looked differently, I don't know if people would have been as interested. So let's bring that out. That's got to be something that you concede, right?
And the sex, I mean, it was like an R-rated trial. It was like Cinemax back in the day.
Oh, yeah. No, there was a lot of that. Yes. And she really threw punches. I mean, she really, dead man can't tell tales. He was dead. She was free to say whatever the hell she wanted. So whether it be, allegations of him being involved in kiddie porn, which he can't defend, or him wanting to do, which really was documented because you heard those horrible audio tapes of him, some of the things he would do to her, which weren't meant for public viewing. It was just horrible.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. These two meet in 2008, I think it was 2008 at a business convention, and 2006. September. These two meet in September 2006 at a work conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jodi Arias and Travis Alexander, and then they start dating a few months after that. As far as I can tell, Mark, they were only dating for like 4 months, but then continued to sleep with each other.
Yeah, it sounds like it became very physical very quickly. And, she's the manipulative type, right? So I can't imagine this was pure love. I think this was lust. I think this was her, playing the angles, looking to manipulate him. And she jumped all in real quick.
Did we have any evidence that prior to that relationship, because I think she was like 28, he was a couple years older than that she was some sort of a psycho, that she had, problems with other partners in turning into a stalker or any other criminal history?
I don't remember hearing anything like that. I heard little stories, but, everybody comes out of the woodwork on high profile cases. Nothing that I attributed as credible and believable.
So he was a Mormon and she wasn't until after she met him, right?
Right. She became a drive-through Mormon. All of a sudden, I'll convert. I'm sure that was, again, to somehow take one step further into his good graces.
So they meet. Here she is getting her, I don't know. Is it a baptism into the Mormon faith? I'm not exactly sure how we would refer to this, but they date from February of 2007 to June 2007. And then they break up and maintain a physical relationship. 1 year later, she appears to stage a burglary at her grandparents' house. This would become important because it was 1 week before the murder. And what happened in that burglary?
Yeah, next level stuff. She's thinking, okay, they stole a gun from my grandparents. So that gun's out there in the criminal world. So that's the gun, however, she'd like to use to potentially execute her boy.
In a startling description, the UN food chief warned the world with these words, knocking on famine's door. Say what? He called what we're facing a perfect storm of a perfect storm, and he's not alone. A Barron's report says a food shortage could be coming even in the United States. Farmers see it too. John Boyd Jr., a fourth-generation farmer, recently said, quote, "We're going to see empty food shelves in the coming months." That's why getting survival food is more important than ever. Create your own stockpile of the best-selling 4 Patriots survival food kits. It's not ordinary food. We're talking good for 25 years, super survival food. Handpacked in a family-owned facility in the USA and giving jobs to over 200 Americans. They have different delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and you can make these meals in less than 20 minutes. Just add boiling water, simmer, and serve. And right now, for the next few days, viewers will get 10% off their first order at 4patriots.com. That's the numeral 4, patriots.com, by using the code MK. Go to 4patriots.com, use code MK to start your stockpile today. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.